Good morning, happy Tuesday, and happy new week. Let me turn this down. Welcome back to PinkyhootArt's live painting sessions, where I share my watercolor painting process and any new art in the works with you guys. Welcome back, and if you're just discovering my channel and seeing me new for the first time out, don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button depending on where you're watching this. Maybe turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new sessions, new videos, and whatnot. I did finish my painting last. I have it here, and I am going to start a new painting today, which is really exciting because it's a kind of I think, evolution from my last painting, and I'm pretty excited about working on this piece, actually. And if you're watching, don't forget to, drop in the chat, say hi so I know that you're here. But let's do a checkup of my painting from the last time if you haven't seen it or just discovering this for the first time. Can you see me okay? No. Let's change over. There you go. This is my Ski Like a Girl painting. I actually signed and stamped it, so it's a final. This is the main girl. She's shredding down the hill, leaving a plume of, dreamy clouds behind. These are the flowers that represents her inner feeling, I suppose. And then there are little creatures embedded in between. She's like ready to go. She's hiding. There's a little one here, probably just want to play in the snow. And then we got one that is also going down the hill before she does. So yeah, I think I will be listing this on my website and in my print shop. But when, I'm not sure yet, but maybe I should do a few more of them before I do that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Oop. And that is my studio. So today I have a brand new painting. Hi Trevor, good morning, thank you. I need to reply to your messages on X. I just saw them this morning, but I haven't gotten to it, so bear with me. Okay. So yeah, I kind of like this painting turnout, and because I was working on all the new creatures and stuff, it kind of led me to this new painting I have. You guys probably saw the image I posted earlier, but here is the new painting. We got those creatures are much more worked out, and they're kind of doing stuff around this woman's face. And this painting is kind of I'll say inspired by a conversation, many conversations perhaps, and it really dawned on me that we a lot of times think our thoughts are so uniquely our own, our views are so right and so, can't be questioned, and you kind of realize how much of our thought is influenced by social media, by media, by the people we're around. And I'm very curious to explore kind of the two sides of this thought, like we as individual are so sure ourselves sometimes, or not. Or you're like, if you're an artist or creative, then more likely than not, you're questioning yourself a lot. And I think sometimes that questioning, the questioning of your own thought, the act itself is probably the most real you can get with life and reality. So yeah, I'm interested in exploring that in my following pieces after this one. And if you have been here, you know that these creatures kind of evolved from a collection I did last year, which represents social media. So now they're becoming like their thoughts and ideas on their own, which is kind of exciting. And if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, about this piece, whatnot, please let me know. And I am working on a smaller piece of paper today because this is my first time doing this concept, and I feel like this is probably gonna be a study, most likely. All right, let's get started. Hi Wonder, how are you? Hope you had a great weekend. And if you're watching me, it would be awesome if you give me a like, a share, a repost if you're on X. It would really help, and let everybody know I'm doing something great. Whoa, what was that? Did you guys see my screen just went like... There's just some glitters happened and I don't know what happened. Anyways. But I would like to find out so I can do that again. Unsure. Okay, so yes, new concept. I don't have a whole lot of time today, and I have a new idea for my streaming step. So I'm like being very transparent about it, and you guys probably could see all the mess that's happening behind the scenes. But yes, it's a new concept. I was saying I don't have a whole lot of time to paint, so I think I'm gonna do all my... You didn't see it? I don't know how I triggered that. Fireworks! I don't know. I don't even know what setting that happened that will allow that. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna do kind of I'm gonna do maybe first couple washes of this, and I think that's probably gonna be my time. Okay. Pretty excited about painting this one though. Okay, I'm gonna do the background wash and the flower wash. And then make some textures over it. And then I'm gonna let you guys in on my mixing, since that's kind of what the action's gonna happen. It's my handy palette from last painting. You guys can probably see a little bit of a resemblance from the color palette. My mixing brush here. I know, something I said I did trigger fireworks. That was crazy. I'm not complaining. I would just like to know how I did it so I can do it again. Okay, so I have some like blues, purples, reds. I'm just gonna mix all that in together because I want the background to be some more neutral color. And neutral color usually comes with mixing of many different colors. Okay, so, and this is all. I'm also cleaning my brush palette right now as a side benefit. Thank you. I know I should have taken a picture. Usually I don't know if it's good or bad habit, but usually I don't wash my palette. Well, I wash one of them because I need a clean surface. But I hate washing paint away because I was like, that's paint. I pay money for it. I should use like every last molecule of it. I know I'm probably being unreasonable there. But I'm trying to be eco-friendly, I guess, to use as much of this as I can. Okay, I want to be mixing some purple. Destroy now, yes, but it's giving birth to a new palette, so it's alright. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I had a full day yesterday of concepting this piece. putting out paper. And I even edited a video yesterday, which will be posted soon, I think. And I was wonder I was watching Weeds live stream, I guess, that I cracked dawn like at 5 a.m. It's pretty interesting what he's doing. That he's just, I guess he's just leaving it on. Okay. So I already know this is not enough paint, so I'm just checking the color right now. It's too much purple. I think I need to add some red to dirty it up. There you go. So purple and greens and blues, when you mix them, it's still pretty like pure color. So I just added some warm red, which kind of dirty the whole thing up, which is what I want. Oops. My paper towel handy. Since I'm doing my first wash, I know it's gonna get really, really wet. Yeah, he's doing something interesting and I'm interested to know more. And wonder is always something I think is totally okay. I'm always, as long as I think we're working on improvements, just regardless of how tiny it is, it's okay. But yeah, I feel, yeah, it's always something. You set this up and the other thing breaks, and then, you know, 2 days later you realize that wasn't a good idea. I need to go back and blah, blah. Okay, and I checked my, I don't know why I always feel so frazzled going live. It really shouldn't be the case. Okay. I'll get some more. I think I'm even gonna add some more of this red here. And now it's too purple. Darn it. Sony camera needs additional things to work as streaming camera. I see. I actually just accidentally discovered that my Sony camera works as a streaming camera. Did not know this at all. I was accidentally stumbled upon a video. And then that kind of changed everything I do. And I'm imagining something like this is probably gonna happen again. So I just mixed in some more of my blues and greens to tone down the purple. Okay, I think that's a good, it's like a beautiful gray color now. I'm sure you guys can see this beautiful gray color, so yay. Okay. And yes, I'm mixing with a like old brush because I don't want to ruin my nice good brushes or new brushes. Okay, here we go. gouache. I'm gonna, because I don't know if you guys noticed, the past couple ones I did had a lot of negative space. I was able to do wash pretty freely and not like, don't have to be so careful, but this piece has not so much negative space, so I want to carefully covering them up and then go on top with new colors. So. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this collection I just launched. I mean, I guess I'm happy with all my collections because the fact that they're being launched, that means I'm happy with them. But these ones, even this, you're gonna laugh, but this collection, even my mom was like, "Oh, they look nice." And for a Chinese mom to give compliments to the child is the once in a blue moon. So I'm pretty proud of that. So yes, even my mom said it was nice. Okay, I'm gonna go in, cover these in between colors. And really I want to start with a smaller space in case my color is not like 100% here yet, which I'm realizing it is not. Yes, and you guys will probably see a lot of that for the next couple weeks. I apologize. I need to promote it until my face turns blue, and then I can move to the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna just drop in some colors to make them not so flat. My mom does follow me on YouTube though, which is awesome. Some of these I'm like, are they negative space? I can't tell, but just to be safe, I'm gonna paint them in. These tiny spaces between the petals. And also, I realize it's also a good way for me to get to know my painting right now. And also, I'm not starting this piece so wet on wet on wet like the past couple I did. Yeah. Well, I don't know if my mom watches them, but she gave me a subscribe, so I appreciate that, I guess. Okay. I like to make them not so even, so. These two girls, they're being mischievous. One is kind of looking into the skull of this woman's head, which is filled with flowers. Okay. So this gotta be part of her body. Now I'm at the lower corner of my okay, that's gonna be her body, neck. Body, this area. I do think this is a photo. I do feel like I want to. This is my ADD-ness. Like as I'm painting this, I'm already thinking about the next piece. I wonder if I should do another one of the ski paintings because it turned out so nice. Or maybe I should just continue with this new concept, which I think is important in my subconscious mind. Yes, if you're just hopping on, don't forget to give my live stream a like, repost, share, whatever you would like to do. So, okay, I think I did all the in-between flower colors. You know, Martin kept on asking me, like he said, to use the masking fluid. I still have yet to try. Maybe today. I don't know. I'm just so scared. But maybe this one might be the one. I feel like a bit of, like I'm working. I feel like I am doing some coloring books, coloring pages right now. Maybe I should turn this into a coloring page. All the small areas just now. Switch to a bigger, wider brush. Use it for? What do you mean? What? You mean the painting or? Pink. Oh, the masking tape, masking like these edges, you know, if I see, as I'm talking about this, like if I fluid them, let's use as a verb, then I have to go back and unfluid them, which to me sounds like pain in the butt. Or I can just be very careful, which I guess is also why I haven't used it. I never found the need, but then I also don't want to just die on that hill either, you know, you just never know. And if I don't try, then I will never know. So yeah, I'm stuck between I'm stuck between those two thoughts. But maybe I should start with a smaller, oops. Maybe I should start with a smaller area. I really do love this color I mix. So it's like a dusty purple, almost gray. And I did not use any black. Oh, you know what would be good? Maybe I should use some brown in this. Yeah, I think you're right. I should try the material instead of being scared of it, but do on a small thing first. Thank you for talking it out with me. I don't know why that was such a issue. Sometimes we make life more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, I think I went too slow on top. Some paint to give it some texture. This corner is pretty clear with obstacles. Just quickly go on top. I also want to cover as much surface as I can before my paint runs out. Hopefully it won't, but you never know. I think I have enough. And wonder, I found out that retrograde just beginning in March. Pooh. I think when I talked to you last, I thought it was ending, but it's actually just beginning. So disappointing. Some darker colors around these areas. dropped a dot of water and now it created that, which is kind of cool. I have not. I need to go check it out. I think I have not caught any of your lives yet, but nothing's stopping me from watching them. Oh yes, and oh my gosh, and I think I was supposed to post my studies in the Discord. I totally forgot just now. Okay, I'll do that together. Let's pick up some of the paint. Cool. It'll be okay. Just prepare, check, double check extra hard. Oh, you know what I haven't done in a while that I should probably try here because so much flat space. Yes. Okay, watch this. I am going to, I kind of made this area super wet. And I think I'm going to do that right here too. Just doing it really quickly right now because I need to do this while it's still very wet. Okay. Oh my gosh, hurry. Okay. Okay, are we still wet here? Yes. Okay. I haven't done this in a while. I was organizing the other day and realized I need to do this. So I have a little tub here with salt, plain table salt. Just gonna scatter that over my piece of artwork where it's still wet. I will have to brush them off at the end, but cool. Instant texture. I think I'm gonna do that here too, actually. And I'm hoping this is also making the painting more delicious. That's a bad joke. Yeah, try it. It's super fun. And you know, so I'm using like the table salt, the tiny one, but there's also kosher salt. I have another tub here, but I'm not using that right now, and that makes a way bigger texture for obvious reasons. Okay. Yeah, it's super fun. When I first discovered it, and then you can kind of drop some darker paint around the salt, and the salt kind of congeal. Is that the right description? Maybe not congeal, but like you form around it, so it makes it just automatically a darker texture, darker around those salt crystals. Instant texture. See? This is pretty cool, huh? Yes, I am having fun with this. Sometimes I just forget to try these things. I wish I had a checklist for every painting, like do this, do this, do this, you know, but it's not how art works, I guess. And I suppose not every piece needs the same trick. But I thought this one was so appropriate. Except I do have all these salt crystals all over the place now. I could clear that up at some point. Okay. I'm not gonna try to work that too much. So cool, cool. Maybe I'll try for a sec. Yeah, I think sky is good to try for sure. I know people also use it for like waves, you know, water surfaces. But yeah, I think sky is a perfect area to try. It just has to be really wet, so you gotta remember that. And then when you pour salt over it, you will dry out the surface, so you almost want to be extra wet. Just allow yourself some room to play if needed. And of course I'm gonna do that here as well. And you can see the areas have more water, like this area, and this area does different things. And I like the variation of it. And sometimes I brush it off at the end. Sometimes I just leave them on because it gives it a texture. But they do fall over time though, so maybe you want to spray like a fixative on top so that it doesn't leave a trail of salt as you move around your painting, move your painting around, or etc. So I guess the past few ones I was using texture, creating texture using a napkin, dabbing away. But today, unintended, didn't plan, but I'm creating texture using salt crystals. It works just as well. Almost done with the background. move on to the washes for the flowers. About running out of paint, so perfect amount, I suppose. Oh, Surreal. So I amazingly just done my first wash of all the backgrounds. I'm surprised because usually it takes me forever. There's something about today's process it's fast. So I should take note of that. Okay. I did pick up a little bit of blue in my brush, so I'm gonna go back and darken some of the areas to give it even more two-toned feeling. Or maybe it's triple tone now because there's so many shades. So blue here, darken all the, I guess, corners, like the nooks and crannies of faces. Supposed to be white. Okay, so I'm going over. So this area really started to look like that crystal texture. So cool. Now watch, I'm gonna do this for like everything, which is probably not a good idea either. Everything in moderation. This is a weird break here, so let's do something about that. Okay, and I think some here, let's make it darker. You know how I have a bad habit of trying to avoid my faces until the end? This face is so prominent that I don't think I can get away with that, so maybe that's what I will paint next, actually. Again, just first wash, first wash. Okay. So much salt. So much salt. And then maybe do some here. Okay. Let's set this down. Okay. I'm gonna wash his face. Excuse me. Gotta blow the salt out the way. So I want to do this. Do this in For this one, I am going to thank you. Yeah, Wiz has been alive since yesterday. I think he's doing the lo-fi girl trick just by leaving his camera on, which or maybe he's starting a new stream, I'm not sure. But I'm fascinated. Okay. I'm going to go over with some clear water first. I feel like the eyes is going to be a very important but also tricky area. And usually when I'm done applying paint, the face part looks completely different. Hopefully it's for the better. I'm adding water so it's a little bit more forgiving, I guess, in case I mess up. So I can just dab that up right away. I guess I'll paint this side first. Here we go. Here we go. Have my paintbrush ready with blue, and it's gotta be too wet. So to remind myself, this is just the first wash. Most definitely will be going over it again. But the important thing right now is to be very careful about the areas I want to leave as white, because there's no going back after that. I don't paint ears very often, so this is a funny feeling. Ear is such a weird looking thing. Don't you think so? Ear as a body part is a very odd looking thing. This part's a little dry, I see. I used to also have a bad habit of leaving too much white because I'm so scared to paint something that I just leave most of it white. So, you know, there's not a whole lot more to paint, not a lot to paint, which I feel like it's not doing my painting justice. Nose is the hardest part, I feel like. And those tips, let's do it. Here we go. See, this part should be darker. It's what it is. Okay, you can see it. It's the darkest part because it's technically a second wash up. I'm still using the same color, so. Love that face. Trevor, I don't know if you remember, but this face is kind of a derivative of my China girl face. Which feels like ancient history at this point, but it certainly started my journey, so not all is lost, I guess. Drag some of the blue down, but not be too overpowering. I'm gonna paint the neck because that's the easier part, I guess. And then I'll do the other side. Under the chin is the darkest. And then you have all these stuff on her shoulder, so lots of shadows here. There's her collarbone, which is usually dark. Yeah. Okay, let's pick some of that up with my paintbrush. This is this muscle here. So it's always a shadow and then a highlight. I wonder, I have a quote for you I just read, and I know it's like so appropriate. So apparently, it's from the Rings series. It's a quote: not all those wonder are lost. And I thought of you for some reason. Anybody know who's that quote from? What word is from? See if you're paying attention. Not all those who wander are lost. Okay, kind of cover her shoulder in some blues, left this collarbone white. I'm gonna pick some of this up from here and push it over here. Yes. So picked up a darker blue. Her chin, do a pretty severe cast shadow. Connect to this muscle right here. And then let's do a little bit darker shadow here. Pick up some of this paint right here. Yeah, I think I need to let this dry before going with the second color because it's just mixing now. It's alright. Darken this neck. Oh, I forgot. Oops. I'm just gonna color this part in before I forget. Shoulder, her arm. Okay. I was hoping I'll get to the flower part, but I guess not. It's alright though. Okay, this other ear. Color this whole thing in with blue first. dry. I have a little bit of blue, so I'm just gonna brush it here. I added more water to my brush. Oops. So this middle part of your nose generally still well with that dried up. A little bit darker here. The eyes, thank you. The eyes are actually gonna be hollow. I'm kind of imagining this head almost as a vase. And these creatures are going in and out. Things are growing out of it. Really faint blue color. Okay, nose, please don't let me mess you up. Please don't mess up. Don't overblend. Okay. So it's that undershade a little bit. And a bit here. She's probably casting a little shadow here. This is turning out to be a lot trickier than I thought. How do I explain this? I'm dancing between not giving too much detail because it is the backdrop to the little creatures. However, because it is a face, I know that your eyes will naturally go there whether you want to or not. So I had to make sure it's well done without too much detail. That just sounds hard. Okay. I'm gonna wash my brush again. Now really give a really light wash on the rest of the side of the face, so it's not so like jarring white. But while still preserving some of the white areas, like right here. top of cheek. Okay, looks pretty good on screen. I think I explained last time that like sometimes I'm just so in the details, I forget what it looks like from afar. And she will cast a little bit of shadow on this side. Now the ears dry, my darker wash, let that wash to complete disappeared. So I'm gonna add that back in here. Again, ear is such a funny looking thing. I can't get over it. I don't paint ears very often, especially in details. Here. I have these darker color in my hand, so I'm gonna do a little bit of here, a little bit here, but not too much, and then a little bit here. There's a name for this area. Now I totally forgot. A name for that part too. I shall find out. And then this part is important. Looks like the bag under her eyes. It's like, this is something my friends and I always discuss. It's like, you don't think it's important because you know, when you do makeup, you always try to cover this part up, but when you don't do it, it just doesn't look as real. So I suppose you gotta embrace some of the imperfection of your face with it, with the rest, because it kind of makes it unique, I guess. Just do it like that. I'm gonna dab some of the darker color back in here, since it kind of disappeared earlier. Alright guys, I unfortunately will have to go because of life. But let's check it out. So I actually got a lot further on this painting than I thought, but not as far as I wanted, if that makes sense. Okay, so we did the purple background, or dusty purple, almost gray background. We experimented with some salt grains, which the texture turned out super amazing. And I started working on the face, adding that shadow and, you know, texture in. I think I'm happy with how it looks right now. We'll see how it dries. And I unfortunately didn't get to the flower and the creature, but that's for tomorrow. Thank you so much guys for joining my live stream today with a new concept, a new piece of artwork. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of this new idea and this new piece so far. I personally think it's gonna be something great, but we never know. So we'll see about that. And you're just discovering me, or you know, finding out about me for the first time today, don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button depending on where you're watching this. I am simultaneously streaming on X as well as YouTube. And give me a thumbs up if you can, and maybe turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my next live stream, which will be tomorrow. I'm being very disciplined this week because I'm going on spring break with my kid, my 5-year-old, not, you know, crazy spring break beach week or anything. So I will be back after tomorrow. I'll be back the week after next week, but that's for tomorrow's conversation. Anyways, I will be back tomorrow around the same time, and hopefully I can do a longer session tomorrow and really finish this piece up. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.